Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi Gachagua landed in Eldoret earlier today. He's supposed to embark on a development tour, I think 3-day development tour of the region. And I observed two things when Rigathi Gachagua landed in Eldoret. The first thing I observed was that Rigathi Gachagua used the presidential jet. For those who've been following the politics of the Republic of Kenya very closely, Rigathi Gachagua actually went into hiding out of anger for 7 good days because he was denied access or the use of the military chopper. But today, Rigathi Gachagua used the presidential jet, the one that is normally for the president. And because nothing in politics happens out of mere coincidence, why do you think Rigathi Gachagua was granted access to the presidential jet? Of course, when the president is out of the country, who acts as the president? Rigathi Gachagua. So was someone trying to show Rigathi Gachagua that is the acting president? Maybe we need to figure out that. The second thing which is also important that I observed when Rigathi Gachagua arrived in Eldoret is the kind of reception that he was accorded by the local leadership. For the first time, Rigathi Gachagua arrived at the airport using the presidential jet, and he was received by the governor, he was received by the senator, he was received by the women rep, MCS, and a number of members of parliament from the Rift Valley. So why do you think the leadership from Rift Valley decided to go and receive Rigathi Gachagua the way they did? Were they under instruction from William Samoei Arap Ruto? Then after that, Oscar Sudi made some posts about meeting with Rigathi Gachagua. And for me, that is the most important thing. Let me just see if I can read for you what Oscar Sudi posted. Oscar Sudi, you know, is my guy. I normally just like that man. Oscar Sudi. This is what Oscar Sudi posted. I welcome Deputy President, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, EGH, to our great county of Uasin Gishu as he plans to tour the country from today. Karibu sana Rigiji. That is Oscar Sudi. And why is this encounter between Oscar Sudi and Rigathi Gachagua significant? Okay, let me reframe it. When was the last time you saw Oscar Sudi and Rigathi Gachagua together? Because the last time I had Oscar Sudi was actually denied access to current residents. Not really denied access. I think he didn't have an appointment and there's something he really wanted to pass to Rigathi Gachagua. So he went, it must have been 3 or 4 months ago. So he went to Karen. He was denied access. He was told to wait. He felt that was mistreatment. So he left. And then he told Rigiji, utanitafuta. And I think from there is when Rigathi Gachagua's problems began. But let's not get there. The important thing is that this meeting between, or the encounter between Rigathi Gachagua and Oscar Sudi is significant. And that is the basis of this analysis. But before we get into all those details, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. Why is the meeting between Rigathi Gachagua and Oscar Sudi important? In fact, more important than the encounter between Rigathi Gachagua and the governor. Why? It's significant because, number one, Oscar Sudi is a close ally of William Samoei Arap Ruto. So which means anytime you want to read any thinking of the president around any issue, the person you should be paying more close attention to is none other than Oscar Sudi. And because of that closeness with the president, it means their encounter is significant, because we know that there is serious fallout between the president and his deputy. Number two, most allies of Rigathi Gachagua are actually accusing Oscar Sudi as one of the individuals undermining Rigathi Gachagua. I remember Gachagua attacked Oscar Sudi that is the reason why Kikuyus are not getting businesses in Nairobi, that he was being paid close to 300 million Kenyan shilling per month at the expense of the Kikuyus. And today, none other than the former Bahati member of parliament, who was a close ally of Oscar Sudi, accused or named Oscar Sudi as one of the people frustrating Rigathi Gachagua.
Usiku na mchana ya kusaidia rais. Rais akafanya usiku na mchana mpaka Mungu akatupa madaraka, wale walipata. Lakini ninawauliza, the same people, huyu ni Faruk, huyu ni Sudi, huyu ni waziri Murkomen. Hawa ndio sasa wameongoza incitement na mpango ya kupiga deputy president. They have enough money. Murkomen 10%, 20%. Hakuna mtu hajui pahali tulikuweko na pahali tuko. In fact, wengi tukiuliza mzuri, kama bibi zao wataweza kuulizwa mzuri wakubali kusema, wengine walikuwa na handa ya mbili peke yake. Ukioga unakausha hiyo, unaweka hiyo nyingine. Today tunaonesha Mungu tumbo, using the same money kupiga watu. Hiyo group ukienda Eldoret ni problem, wanakosi with waheshimiwa wale wengine. Ukienda Nandi is the same people. Ukienda Kericho the same. Ukienda Bomet is the same people creating problem. Ukienda Narok is the same people, just because of small money.
So for me, that meeting between Rigathi and Oscar Sudi is more important. In fact, it's important because it's coming at a time when William Ruto is out of the country. Rigathi Gachagua is the acting president. William Ruto is supposed to come back. And of course, we all know what has been happening. But what was the objective of that encounter? Because that's the most important thing that we need to figure out. For me, number one, and I'm 100% convinced that William Ruto assigned Oscar Sudi the task of cooling down the political temperature between Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto, and of course their supporters, especially the Kikuyus and the Kalenjins. Remember, if you ask anybody who comes from the mountain, and even those who are on this platform will tell you, they will tell you that William Ruto is actually losing the ground in the mountain very fast. And there is a strong feeling in the mountain that Rigathi Gachagua is being frustrated. So the Kikuyus are feeling, because our politics is tribal, that the Kalenjins are betraying him. And that's why the choice of Uasin Gishu or Eldoret is significant. Eldoret town is a cosmopolitan town. There is a huge percentage of the Kikuyu population and a huge percentage of the Kalenjin nation. So by Oscar Sudi hosting Rigathi Gachagua and probably the way they've received him, tomorrow all his events, I'm sure, if he'll address roadside rallies, they will mobilize and they will be full. And the kind of speeches they will give, probably we need to follow tomorrow. So they want to cool down the political temperature because it was hurting William Samoei Arap Ruto. Because there's no way Ruto can claim to go to bring peace in Haiti, but he can't solve a small problem between him and his deputy. That's number two. The intention is also to try and avert any possible rebellion against Kenya Kwanza, especially the growing rebellion against Kenya Kwanza in the mountain. If you listened to Gachagua, he was very clear yesterday. Let me just play for you that clip by Gachagua.
The counter is simple. It's either the marriage, materialize and move on. Or if there is difficulties, people part.
Okay.
Yes, because it is not cast on a stone that it should be permanent. There's no permanent enmity in politics. And there is also no permanent friendship in politics. If you think that I have become a burden, and then there comes an element of betrayal, at that time, then you decide what next. Because if things are being crafted, and are crafted to discredit you and create your failure, because the situation as it is, it's obvious that the young turks of Dede Nyoro and the team of Itumbi and the team like Mwangi Kiunjuri, these are young turks that are actually being spent to spoil the image of Gachagua from his homeyard. We have seen this there before during Mwenje and Dr. Karanja, when Mwenje was used to finish Dr. Karanja. So that's how politics works.
So who's using these people? Because there's a statement even from the Council of Governors chairperson, Anne Waiguru, saying that these positions do not belong to anyone. They're given to you in trust. And anybody's ambition is valid. So don't you think everybody's ambition is valid?
But as much as that statement is being put on the table, the wise men always take support. And you must ask yourself, what is this other campaign?
And the rebellion, in the mountain, the rebellion is twofold. There are those who feel that Kenya Kwanza has not lived to their expectation. So they are rebelling against Kenya Kwanza. And those are the people who are regretting why they never listened to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, that group. And of course now, within Kenya Kwanza, there are those who feel that our ndugu zetu hawa, they played us. So, by Oscar Sudi organizing that kind of event, a big event for Rigathi Gachagua, they hope that it will help stem any further rebellion against Kenya Kwanza. Because as long as the mountain is not with Ruto, his political equation, I don't know how it can be. Number 3 is the politics of betrayal. Remember, when Ruto rebelled against Uhuru, he found a home in the mountain. So the mountain could brag that they've not betrayed Ruto. That's exactly what I'm seeing happening in the Rift Valley. Rigathi Gachagua is rebelling. So William Ruto and the people of Rift Valley were going to be tagged betrayers. So for them to stop that kind of branding, they're now trying to stand with Rigathi Gachagua. So that if Rigathi Gachagua will now decide to go his separate ways, that will not be their problem. That will be Rigathi Gachagua's own problem. And lastly, all these are intended to manage Rigathi Gachagua. They want to make Rigathi Gachagua feel a bit comfortable. So you are crying about military chopper. So probably they will explain to him that the military chopper will not be available because of this and this. But now you see your president. We kuja Eldoret na presidential jet. You arrive, unakutana na sisi hapa, tunakungoja. We want to give you the best treatment. We want you to feel at home. So that the noise he was making, he will no longer make them. He will feel that vile naona watu wamechange. Unknown to him, is being fattened for the slaughter. I don't know what you think. That's my take. In case you've enjoyed this video up to this stage, please just know from the bottom of my heart that I really value it. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.